Hi there everyone, my name is Courtney and this is Chaotic Crafting with Courtney. This is a YouTube channel that mainly focuses on my cross stitch journey, but I do also dabble in diamond art, crochet, sewing, and a few other crafts as well. If that is something that you think you would like to follow along with me on, then hit that subscribe button. For all of you who have subscribed and are coming back to watch my videos, thank you for coming back. This is Flosstube number 11. It is May 6th, Wednesday, May 6th. I have not videoed for a while because for the first 3 months of the year, I really only stitched about 1,000 stitches overall. I lost the want to stitch. I was doing puzzles and I've been writing a fan fiction and I was playing a few online games as well. So there wasn't really a whole lot for me to show you, but I am back. I have been stitching for the past 2.5-ish months. So I'm gonna go over 8 projects that I've been working on. My plan for this year had been to pick a group of projects to work on and then switch them out every 1,000 stitches. And then once the time frame was done, I would put them away and pick out another group. So this group is gonna be continuing through the end of this month, and then in June I'm gonna pick another set of patterns to work on. So that way I'm not overwhelmed with the amount of patterns that I have, and it gives me a smaller group to pick from. So with that being said, let's talk about some of the patterns that I've been working on. The first one I'm gonna show you is my focus piece. This piece will be in every single group until it is done. This, if you've been following along, this is a pattern you've seen. This is Mini Mermaid at Sunset by Elena Lazareva. It's charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is what it will look like when it's all done. I am so close to a finish on this. I'm excited. I have put in, since the last time you guys saw it, I've put in 4,310 stitches on it. This is what it looks like now. So last time I worked on it, I finished up right here. And then the last time I worked on it, I put in all of this. And this is the edge of the pattern, so I am officially at the bottom. This is 25 count Lugana 2/110 stitch. And this is next on the rotation. I just finished up my 1,000 on another piece, so this is gonna come out today. And I'll work some more on that underside, or the under the water. Isn't she so pretty? She's sitting at 83%, 83.9%. So just under about 12, doing the math in my head, about 12,000 stitches left on her before she's done. If you see me looking around, my ferrets are out running around going crazy right now, so that's them, and if you hear any kind of ruckus. This next one is a new start. Quite a few people in Flosstube are stitching this. I have this small version of the chart. It's called Castle by Eder Jose Rosa. It's charted by Stitches So Beautiful. Majority, 99.9% of the things that I stitch are smaller. I especially like the Heaven and Earth Designs. I pretty much only stitch minis because I actually want to get them done in my lifetime. And if I did all regular, I would never get them done. And while this is a hobby that I like to do because of the journey, it is a hobby that I also want to see some of these on my wall someday. So this is the small version. It's 250 stitches by 250. I'm not sure what the big pattern is. But here is where it's at right now. And with this being a new start, this has a total of 3,587 stitches currently, sitting at 5.74%. This is 2/110 stitch on 25 count. This is my preferred method of stitching, but I do have a few other different kinds, which you'll see. So it's so pretty. So that's one of the new starts. I do have another one that you'll see in just a little bit. This one is called Mini Red Queen Red Dragon. It's charted by Heaven Art Designs. Artwork is by Elena Lazareva. This is what it will look like when it's all done. And I have put in, I just finished up my 1,000 stitch rotation on it yesterday. So since you guys last saw it, I've put in quite a few, that's the back. I've put in quite a few stitches on it. I've put in 1,234 stitches plus 1,001 stitches in multiple stitchy sessions, bringing it to 34.15%. Look at the dragon, he's so cute. I think last time you guys saw it, I'll pull these off, I was working on finishing up the end, and she is, I'm to that side. And then now we're working on the dragon. So, how, this is actually 18 count. It is 4 over 110 stitch. And how I tend to stitch is I stitch in a 2 by 2 square. And then so 2, and I come down on a diagonal, 2 by 2, 2 by 2. Obviously, I am not a strict stay in that box stitcher. I kind of go where it feels right. If there's only like 1 or 2 stitches down here, I'm not going to park the thread. I'm going to finish it and finish the thread off, because that's a waste of time to park it and then rethread it later on to do 2 stitches. So I just kind of do what feels right. But this one just finished. This will be out of the rotation. This will be at the end of the line. Hopefully I can get another 1,000 stitches on it before it goes away at the end of May. So, but there she is. She's pretty. Let's see, what's my next one? My next one is actually another new start. This is Mini Fox in the Flowers, charted by Heaven Art Designs. It is artwork by Ray Powers. Here's what it looks like. I have this on 25 count. We go on a 2 over 110 stitch. And I actually tried to do a different stitching way. I was doing Extreme Cross Country within the page. I started doing that. I did that for a while, and then because the minis, there's a lot of like little stitches here and there, I literally miscounted like 3 different colors in this weird space over here, and by then, and I had to take them out and redo them, and I was like, you know what, with something like this that's kind of more detailed, the Extreme Cross Country within the page just isn't going to work. So I started going back to my 2 by 2 square, and I started filling this in. So there's kind of stitches everywhere on this page, and I have a total of, what is it? I have a total of 1,007 stitches on this fabric right now. 1.43% completed. There's just over 70,000 stitches in this piece, so for every 1,000, hopefully there'll be some good progress. Not a lot to see here, but it's gonna be pretty when it's done. one. This one is actually also a new start as well that you guys have yet to see. This one is called Mini Big Bold Pansy. It is charted by Artisy. Jeff Allen is the artist. This is what it will look like when it's all done. Pansies are one of my favorite flowers. They're so pretty. I'm in that upper left-hand corner. This has gotten 2 stitchy sessions on it. It has a total of 1,744 stitches, bringing it to 8.07%. This is 18 count, 2/1 full cross. So last time I brought it out, I only put in about 700 stitches on it. I was getting annoyed with the full crosses, so I put it away. And this is kind of the same. I'm doing my boxes, but if it makes sense to continue, I will. So we got the closed flower, we got a flower coming in, and then there's a bee coming in over here. So next time I'm on this box right here, I think. So pretty. This is currently my one and only full-size regular color Heaven and Earth design. I do have one more planned later in the year, but currently this is it. This is the Grand Library. It's by Amy Stewart. It's charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is a 2/1 10 stitch on 25 count Lagana. I have completed this first section and I'm currently working across this, the Western bookshelf. Since the last time you've seen it, I had put in 2 stitchy sessions with one of them completing a full page. And I had stitched a total of 4,254 stitches, bringing it to 45,582 stitches, 10.82%. I officially have crossed the 10% mark on this. So here's there's the whole piece. That's just the width, and then there's a whole bunch down, but. So I completed. So the page was like, yeah, 2 hours. I mean, it was all this. So got our TP coming in. I got a bunch of clouds. This tree was awful to stitch. So I think next time, yeah, I was finishing up this square, and then I was going to complete this square. Because when I first started stitching, when I started this a couple years ago, I was doing just single column straight down to the end of the page. And then I started stitching differently. I've changed my stitching style multiple times in the last couple years that I've been doing this again. And I finally have fully decided on the 2x2 block. So I'll convert this one to it I'll finish up this one and then do this one and then come back and just come on the diagonal within a page. And then, so that way I complete a page, and then I'll probably come back up here and start this one. But there she is. Oh gosh, I gotta fold her back up. I'm figuring I'll keep everything in their frames during their block of stitching, so that way I don't have to put them in and out. And then once everything is done and I switch, I'll take them all out and put them and give them a rest from the frame. Oh my god, so much fabric. I don't know how some of y'all do like the super size max colors. So much fabric, so much time, but to each their own. This is Minnie Sleeps with Butterflies. It is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. It is artwork by Margaret Morales. That's what it will look like when it's all done. I have this on 18 count. It is 2/1 full cross. I don't generally like the full cross, but I feel like with some of these designs, especially something that's like wispy like this, it needs that crispness that a full cross provides that a 10 stitch does not, if that makes any sense. Let's see, I've put in a couple stitchy sessions on this, and total 2,023 stitches, bringing it the total to 4,217 stitches, 5.07%. I think last time, oh, I had finished, okay, here's the box. I had finished up her hand right here, right? No, sorry. I finished up this block. No, I don't know anymore. You know what? Don't listen to me. Oh, that's right. This was the end of the page. That's what it was. So I finished up this, and then now I'll come down and do this. I'll do this. I'll do this. If that makes sense. So, do I have this go? That's why. I have it oriented wrong. Her hand's supposed to be up, not sideways. Sorry, guys. That's why I was so confused. Okay, I did this. I did this. That's right, and I finished her hand right there, and then I will come down and finish this. Good Lord. There we go. I was so confused. So, let's put her away. Oh, why do I have, I think these shouldn't be on there. I do take the magnets off in between. I don't know why that was still on there. Okay, last one to talk about for today in terms of cross stitching. This is Sunflowers and Sunset. It is a pattern I found on Etsy. Everything is in Russian. One of my coworkers does speak Russian and Ukrainian. She did say the artist's name was Anna. And I don't remember how she pronounced the last name, but it is Anna. This is a smaller pattern. It's only 120 stitches wide. So 25 count, 2/1 10 stitch. Here's where she's at. 2 stitchy sessions since you last saw it. Total of 2,445 stitches put into this, bringing it to 46.86%. This one I don't park. I pick the most upper left stitch that isn't done, pick that color, work a strand. Same thing, and then just move on, work the strand, work the strand. If it comes down too far down here, I just tie it off and then keep coming down. So I think the halfway point is about right here, so we're almost there. Pretty. Okay, and then let's talk about, I do have one pattern that I UFO DNF'd, trashed it, unfortunately. It's this one. I forget the name. I found this picture on Etsy. I loved it. I charted it myself. It was going fine. It was going great. I only had about 1,000 stitches into it, but something happened. I got a stain on the fabric, and it was literally right on the edge of the stitching. So if I would have framed it, I would have had to put the mat right up against this stitching, which I don't want to do that. And it wasn't coming out with the wash, and there was going to be no stitching to go over it. So unfortunately, I just trashed it because there was nothing else I could do with it. I may restart this at a later date. I will say, because of I was doing it 2/1 tent stitch, but with all of this circle, I would change this to a full cross just because it would look better. But you won't be seeing this again for a while. Okay, that's all the stitchy stuff I have. Let me show you my finished project. This is a diamond art, actually. This is Moon Gaze by Janumi, Diamond Art Club. I have it kind of on a frame. I just need to find my staple gun. And this is what she looks like. She's very pretty. She's very sparkly. Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. I'm pretty much exclusive to Diamond Art Club. If you do diamond art, it's really the only stuff I buy. So that's her. Okay. And last but not least, I thought I brought out losing my mind. Oh, here they are. Okay, let's talk about my haul. Got a few patterns since I last talked to you guys. Someone posted pink lily patterns on Etsy. They posted a snapshot of one of her patterns, and it was gorgeous. Patterns are super cheap. I'm fairly certain they're AI. If that's not your thing, don't do it. But I have no issue with it. This is one of the patterns I bought. Pretty house. These are a little bigger than I normally would stitch, but they're so pretty I couldn't pass them up. Underwater castle. This one you will see started here very soon. Dark Rainbow Fairy. Probably in the next set of patterns I will have this as a new start. This one is also going to be a new start. Sunflower stall. I love sunflowers. They're one of my favorite flowers. Sunset boat. I don't need another new start, but how can I not? I don't know. It's just so pretty. This one would definitely be one I wouldn't start until I've finished at least another few. And then I have in Art Designs. I always buy their stuff. Two of the patterns that I requested minis for last time we chatted, you guys voted on these two. I did request them and I did buy them. This is Mini Winter's Perch by Katrina Bear. I've heard she keeps coming out with beautiful artwork and I absolutely love it. There's that one that I requested, and then Peggy Collins, a mini trio of poppies. And then I just found a couple others because I like to buy patterns. Whimsy Tea is one of, I have a couple of her patterns already started and I love them. So I bought this one. This is another Katrina Bear. I'm trying to figure out, I really don't want to do the background on this, the gray and everything. So, but I didn't want to also pay to have the background removed. So I might just wing it. And last one, Mini Wide Angle Hair by Whimsy Tea. So. That is everything that I have for you guys. I'm hoping to be able to record again here in the next couple weeks by the end of the month. My master's program is going. I'm hoping I should be done by February of next year. So not a whole lot of updates there. And then just hoping to get through this month and then the kids will have 2 more weeks in June and then off into the summertime, which is good and bad. So we'll see how that goes. Otherwise, I'm hoping to see you guys in the next couple weeks. If you want to leave me a comment, that would be amazing. Like this video, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Otherwise, we'll see you guys in a couple weeks. Thanks. Bye.